I'm probably not going to be on super long because I do got to get to bed because it's a Monday morning tomorrow. So
it's all good. We only doing an hour.
Oh, we are? All right.
Yeah, I got work tomorrow myself, man, so I can't do for too long.
All right, sounds good to me.
Hey, yo, let's keep it, nice, concise. You know what I mean? If people ain't really saying nothing in the chat, you know what I'm saying? We just shut it down, man.
All right.
We over here volunteering our time, man. Go ahead.
I've been up 4 days getting money both ways.
Dirty and clean, I could use a glass of cold spades. Rolexes, chauffeurs, and low fades. I keep thinking how young can you die from old age. They always tell me nobody's working as hard as you. And even though I laugh it off, man, it's probably true. Cause while all of my closest friends out partying, I'm just here making all the music that they party to.
Yeah.
Party on, all night, nigga. I got these new rappers nervous, all night, nigga. I grow tired of these fucking grown man liars. Storytellers, they ain't even need a campfire. But I just wanna tell the truth. Before one of these heads load a couple shells and shoot. This shit feel like when Fredro Starr was in Sunset Hard, standing hard in the yellow goose. Yeah, and I'm a motherfucking miss target, but a target nonetheless, and I just started. Was that directed at moi? Can't be. They must be talking to themselves, ho, hands free. Yeah, and I'm just filling up this daily plan. Getting busy cause I'm a star, no stable banner. Jealous dudes get to talking and they use it. And I just say I wrote it with your girlfriends, Kelsey Grammer. Yeah, that's what life becomes when you're doing you. Welcome to Hollywood, let's this town ruin you. With the women that are screwing you. Just know that she gon' tell another nigga when she through with you. Don't get impatient when it takes too long. Drink it all even when it tastes too strong. Yeah, I gotta feel alive even when it kills me. I promise to give you the real me. With a thought, I be caught in this life. Let's celebrate with the toast. Let's get lost in tonight and make it all light up.
Oh man,
wait until the sun goes down. We gon' make this bitch light up.
Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. Ow, those are your heads like ow. I'm the man of the hour.
Triple entendre, don't
What happened?
Brat.
Power.
Go. Yeah.
Come to my club. For 50, they would have fight cause the satellite was crispy. Listen talk. Look how the dummies talk. Oh no, I don't do too much blogging. I don't do too much jogging. I ain't got a scar yet. It's far-fetched. Dre, that's how they gonna come at you with silly raps, trying to distract you. In disguise, watch for the traitors. And seen it all, done it all. It's like none of these dumb-dumbs can cut them off. The winners too. Time in the winner, that's what winners do. Niggas like Windows 7. You don't let them, they invented you. Go unpunished. I'm not as cool with niggas as I once was. Cool as the first was. I started to turn me to a monster. I'm sorry, I promise I wouldn't change me. Man, they ain't the same me. Fuck niggas, bitches too. All I got is money. This it do.
Yeah, that'll do.
Congratulations.
Toast it up. Salute. Toast it up. Salute to the super friends, man. We here, man. Always remember, they ain't gonna come at you if you ain't doing shit, man. That's what I'm gonna say, man. They ain't got nothing to say, tell you if you ain't doing shit, man. But go ahead, man.
Yeah, what's going on? So how y'all doing, man? So I wanted to talk about this topic about really having expert level game, man. So there's different types of game, but the expert level, I feel, is when you at a point where you've mastered all kinds of game. and you can do everything. It's like you're like Voltron. You can see any dimension in any situation, man. And I feel like what's better than expert level game? I don't know. What y'all got to say?
Ain't nothing better than an expert level game. But the thing about it, with expert level game, not everybody's gonna get it. Like for example, like when you tell a story time, I mean you tell your story time, and at the end of your story time, you get a response like, "Nah, you lying, man. Like that couldn't have happened. You couldn't have done it like that." Mm-hmm. And it's like, yo, so now I got to give you receipts because you can't believe that I'm doing what I'm doing because you believe you can't do what I do. So that's why I always say I'm not a dating coach or relationship expert, but yeah, man, expert level game. That's what we need nowadays, man. I think the foundation is knowing yourself. What you got to say, WizKid?
Yeah, I feel like expert level game is it's a level of like knowledge and like expertise that like you can only really get if you're dedicated to knowing it and learning it, and you're researching yourself, you're studying as much as you can, you're going out in the field and actually doing it. In order to get to expert level game, you have to be exposed to certain things that not everybody has access to. It's not easy to get expert level game. It's not something everybody has. So, yeah, that's my take on it. It's something you really have to work for if you want it.
Trav says, give us an expert level game checklist if you can. What you mean by that, Trav? What kind of checklist do you mean?
Oh, like things you have to know in order to.
Oh, okay. Well, then you know what, you take it then.
Well, I'd say some of the things you have to know is you have to, I call it seeing the matrix. You have to be able to see like what stage of the interaction you're truly in. Are you in the beginning intrigue stage? Are you in the rapport stage? Are you in the attraction stage? Are you in the relationship stage? Are you in the sexual seduction phase? Like you can see where you are. You should be able to, if you have expert level game, you'll be able to know how to go back and fix any problems you may have caused. You'll understand different psychological things and how they all work together. And different like techniques that are based in psychology, and you'll be able to apply those techniques to your own individual situations on your own once you've mastered them. It won't be just like reading other people's stuff and like figuring out how to do it there. It'll be like you'll figure it out on your own based on knowledge you received from others. That's what I would say.
One thing I stress that we stressed before in the episode is that these dudes, these people who want to get this expert level game or want to up their game, you got to be willing to invest in yourself. Like when I decided like, yo, there's something about this game that I'm missing, I started investing in learning the game. Like I bought the Automatic, I bought the Mystery Method. I bought a program called the Pandora's Box. Now, I'm not saying that I followed the things that I read in them, but they gave me a better understanding of what I already knew, and plus the experiences that I was having, it helped me to develop the game that I have now. So basically what I'm saying is you got to be willing to invest in yourself, whether that be money, time, all that stuff, experiences, be willing to fail, all that stuff. Go ahead, WizKid.
Yeah, I'd agree. And I'd say one of the biggest things when it comes to expert level game too is simply understanding psychology and how it works with attraction. Like if you can understand psychology, you'll be able to apply it to all the different situations. So that's something that's really
like one little psychological thing. Like I've said before, when you push the jealousy button, like you have to understand women are naturally competitive, especially against each other. So which side? So let me tell you how I was before learning this and how I was afterwards. So before learning the jealousy button, I used to think, oh, no, I can't tell this chick that I'm talking to another chick, or I can't. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to mention that I'm even talking to other chicks because she's going to be mad, she's going to be jealous, she's going to be mad. Now, if I'm talking to a chick, I'll be like, yeah, no, I was out with my homegirl the other day and this, that, and the third, but yeah, we had a good time and whatever. Now she's not going to say, well, who's your homegirl? Who's this? Just in her mind, she's going to be like, oh, he has other chicks. All right, so I got to do better than that other chick. A chick that she'd never meet, that she makes up in her mind. And like I said, once you press the jealousy button, you are the prize. So she's competing with a ghost for you who is the prize, man. Go ahead.
And that all goes with pre-selection too, which I always say is the concept of women are attracted to men that other women are already attracted to. If you're
like married guys,
it creates like you said the jealousy, and it creates the thing where like they feel like they have to win you over more than the next girl, and then they're all trying to do that, all the girls you're talking to. But the thing is, you have to be able to develop initial attraction. You can't start talking to a girl and just be all disqualified. You can't just be all disqualified, because you have to intrigue her in some way. Because any guy can go up to a girl and be like, "Oh, you're gross," whatever, like stuff like that. Like, that's not effective. They have to be able to get attracted to you first. Like, they have to have something to lose before you can take it away.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, a girl isn't going to be jealous unless she has a little bit invested in you already. She's already intrigued by you. You've already built up a little attraction with her, and then she finds out you're talking to other girls. You'll still raise your value if she knows you're talking to other girls, but like, it's way more effective if you already have her intrigued with you. So.
Facts. I want to say shout out to Seth Jones, man. He just subscribed to my Instagram channel the other day, man. Shout out to you, Seth Jones.
What's up, Seth?
Appreciate the support.
What's up, Seth?
Toxic Crusade in the building as usual. Yeah, I like to see the usuals, man. Like, I want to shout out the people, the names that I'm used to seeing, man. Whiskey the Don. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate y'all support, man.
Of course you heard it. You know I got expert level game. Come on, I'm branding. Fuck.
Travis Terrell, shout out. Hey, yo, Lawrence, what up, man? Shout out to Lawrence D. Adams, man. Fourth member of the Super Friends, man. Welcome, man.
What's going on? How y'all doing? Let me move my mic. How y'all doing out there?
How you doing?
Copacetic.
Mr. Lawrence D. Adams. We talking about just different types of games. So this topic is expert level game.
Hey, yo.
Yes.
Hey, yo, real quick, yo, Afi, I just want you to check Whiskey the Don's question, man. Go ahead, Lawrence.
What he said? Afi, did you watch Alan Lloyd Curry's video today?
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't see that question. All right.
Yeah, and I responded. I said, yeah, you don't see I'm branding. The title of this is expert level game.
Perfect. Perfect.
How long did it take you to watch it? Did you have to watch it in how many parts? 2 or 3? Did you watch it through? No, I'm talking to Whiskey. Did you watch it all the way through, or what? Did you have to take a nap, or what?
I'm gonna say you need to take a nap. Word, Toxic Crusade. Yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead. We gonna get on that later, man. Let's start the show off right, man. Expert level game, man. That's what they want to hear. All right, so we ain't talking that. We ain't talking game 101 no more. That's a wrap now. We ain't talking about how to get a chick number and all that. We done with that.
We done with it.
Thank you. All right, I'm comfortable now. All right, so we talking about what? Managing chicks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with Devon, it was a fire drop. It was super fire. It melted the phone. You need to hurry up and watch
it. James, I see you out there. I see what you said. You want to know our Cash App so you can donate, pay respect. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, really?
When you get this level of game and what's being said, it is important that you pay respect. And how do you pay respect? You pay respect by applying it, but you also pay respect because there's value to what we're saying. So yes, you can get our Cash App. Everybody got Cash App. That when you do that, that takes your game to the next level. That's what most people don't get.
Which is what I just said, Lawrence. You got to invest, man. Go ahead.
Most people don't invest, but they want to get the free game, and they're wondering why it ain't working because you want everything free. I'm not sure what you guys said prior to when I was on, but I was talking to my sister.
Hey, Lawrence, you got to listen to the intro on playback.
Okay, I'm gonna have to do that then. Because I don't know. It's a price I paid to get this game. I didn't get this for free.
Exactly.
I didn't get this for free. Do you hear me? I paid a price. I got rejected. I got stood up. I ran across booger wolves, hobbits.
Yes.
I was in Atlanta, Georgia. Girl shows up. She looked like one way on the picture, but when she got there, everything below looked like she was like a tank.
The Michelin logo. Yeah, go ahead.
I got. So this game that you hearing right here, it's a price. It's a price that was paid. There was rejection. Ugly girls, fat girls coming out of work, and all kind of stuff. So this ain't this what you hearing from these individuals ain't something that just came up overnight.
Yeah, can I add something to that?
Yes, sir.
So I just want to say, basically, the guys who are watching this, they're basically getting what we learned through our intense studying, our intense field work, going out and doing all this stuff, and we're just giving you what we already know works. So you don't have to go and experiment on your own. You're getting all of that experience, all of that knowledge right to you through this phone right now or whatever you're listening on. Like, it's stuff that's valuable, stuff you don't find other places. So I just
not only that, we have to emphasize you're getting it from different age ranges, different demographic, different areas of America. It's not like all four of us are like in the Northeast, half of us in the West. We're all four of us are kind of spread out, and we're all spitting the same game, man. So that has to mean something. So yeah, man. In addition to that, I can't emphasize again enough. We are all on here volunteering our time for everybody who's listening to this. So the least you can do, donate $1, $2. All right, you only got $5. Split that between all four of us, man. We over here spitting our time. WizKid got school tomorrow. I got work tomorrow in the morning. We all have our personal lives, man. It's something that we do secondary. And mind you, I think I speak for everyone when we say we love what we're doing here, but you know, it is our time, man. Our time is our most valuable thing that we have.
You said something so powerful, man. Most people don't realize this. I've been doing this for free for years. This ain't my first merry-go-round. I've been doing this for about close to 15 years. So this ain't my first merry-go-round. I do it because I want to see brothers elevate in their game. Most of all, elevate as a person and be who you really supposed to be. So you're not hoodwinked, bamboozled, taken advantage of by women, because I've been there. I believe, like you said, that's the sentiment of everyone on this panel. It is a passion of mine to see men get this. So I know I came in sort of changing the flow or whatever, but it's my passion.
Not at all. You good?
Let me just throw in some content here real quick. I feel like a lot of guys have troubles when they first start talking to a girl. They don't know what to do, they don't know what to say, and they don't know how to maintain the attraction. So I just want to give people like some great techniques you can use in the very beginning of an interaction and leading it into rapport. If you want a girl to become emotionally invested in you, emotionally intrigued with you, there are a few things that are really important. So I'd write these down if you could. But you want to, first of all, ask them questions that are going to be related to if you're going to give them approval or not. Ask them questions to see like things that you care about and see how they answer. And if you disagree. If you agree. But then also, another thing you can do is have them do things for you. This makes them more attracted to you. And the number one thing is fractionate, which is where you get them thinking at emotional highs, emotional lows, scary things, time constraint things. You want to do things that involve her emotion. So if you tell a story that has a lot of like emotional, like, oh, this is really good, but then my dad beat me upside the head. Like it'll screw with her brain. And when girls go on emotional roller coasters, up and down, it doesn't even have to be like related to her. Just you taking her on that story that you're saying. It won't even come across as flirting. But when you're telling a story that has emotional highs and lows like that, you're going to attract her.
For the super chat.
Another thing is and then once you do start actually flirting, you can say things like, let's say she drops her drink or whatever. You can be like, oh, I love how lazy you are or something like that. What that does is you're giving her the emotional high really quick of like, oh, I love something about you. And then the emotional low of like, oh, he thinks I'm clumsy or whatever. And it subconsciously makes her want to work more for your approval. So when you do those things, that's very effective. And then the number one thing I like to do is use open loops, which Lawrence talks about all the time too. But if you get a girl like wanting to know something, but then you don't tell her for a while, it just makes her like so like anxious to know. And something I always do is I'm like, okay, you know what? I got to tell you the secret or whatever. And then I don't tell her it for like the next 2 hours, and she's just begging me to tell her, or she's just thinking about it all the time.
Exactly.
and it's stuff that is going to attract her. It doesn't even come across as flirting most of the time, but it will attract her. I guarantee it.
Hey, yo, what I would add to that is this. Like I always say, you know, I'm not a dating expert, relationship, whatever you want to say. I'm also like, you know, somebody that spits life game. So what I would add to that is this. What I find is that, you know, dudes be saying they don't know what to say to a chick, or they're nervous when they talk to a chick. I think that's because they have nothing to talk about. Now, the reason I believe they have nothing to talk about is because, you know, they may not be doing anything in their own lives. Because if you have your own hobbies, your own interests, you travel, you know, those are the things you talk about. You talk about things that you're passionate about. But if you have guys who's only into, like, you know, porn, you know, just watching sports and, you know, the news, and that's all you into, you don't read no books unless you have to read it for school. You know, you don't research anything unless you know somebody tells you to. Like, yeah, you're not putting nothing in your mouthpiece bag. Like, I always have something to say because I live. I could talk about my life. I could talk about my experiences. But if you stay on your couch watching TV all day, staying on your phone watching porn all day, yeah, you can't have a conversation talking about how you were sitting on the couch watching Maury all day, and then when you were done, you went to Pornhub. See me? Yeah. I could talk about where I travel to. I could talk about my job, what I do at my job, what I see at my job, the people I interact with. Like, I'm a people watcher. I observe people. So from doing all that, I can have a conversation at any time with anybody, any age, ethnicity, culture, whatever the case may be. Sometimes different languages. Okay?
Yeah. Dude, I agree with what you're saying completely. I feel like it's really important for people to improve their own lives so that they have things to talk about. They have interesting things for the girl to care about. But another thing, when guys first talk to girls, it's not, I feel like for most guys, it's not the fact that they don't have anything to say. It's the fact that they don't have anything to say that they feel is respectable enough to say to somebody they've never talked to.
I agree.
And the thing is, people, I'm telling you this right now, I'm telling everybody this right now. If you make it a habit of yours to go up and talk to one new person every day, and now I'm saying, like, it doesn't have to be a super hot girl. I'm saying go walk up to some fat, chubby guy if that's what you want to do. But what you're going to end up doing is you're going to work your social muscle, and the more you do that, you're going to be more and more comfortable approaching people you don't know, and you'll realize it doesn't matter what you say. It literally doesn't matter. I know I say that, and people say it all the time, but if you do that and you approach someone that you have no anxiety approaching, a random guy that you don't have anxiety approaching, and you slowly work your way up to more and more attractive people, and eventually you're hitting on, like, really attractive girls, it will just come natural to you, and it won't matter what you say. It'll just happen. So that's something I would keep in mind.
That's interesting right there, because what happens is you guys are putting on something I think I just heard Ron Will say, but something I've been thinking about anyway, is this. Most guys do not have the ability, don't have social skills. They don't know how to have a basic conversation outside of social media, on the DMs, or on whatever platform. They don't know what to say when they get in front of the woman. And it's not so much that I need to say this line, or I got to say X, Y, and Z. I got to do this stuff that we talk about. Can you just have a basic conversation with her? One of the things I remember my dad said when I was younger, I was like really adamant, studying the Bible and things like that. He said, listen, son, that's all good and dandy, but you need to learn other things so you can have other things to talk about besides just one thing. And I took that and I got offended, to be honest with you. So how dare you tell me that? But what he was really telling me was, you need to go out there and experience life. And then when you talk to people, you can talk about a variety of subjects. I don't know. I love sports. I'm cool with it, but I don't know everything about it. There you go, James. I see you. Say it too. I appreciate it.
Appreciate that, James. Come for the super chat.
It's important that you definitely, most guys do not have social skills. They do not know how to have a conversation. When even today, I had a conversation with someone, and it was just a basic conversation. Inside in there, I might drop some things that cause her to do some reactions, but I'm able to have a basic conversation. It ain't everything. Something I heard Alfie Alfie King say, it ain't always about getting between her legs.
He
said that.
Warm me up, Lawrence.
Huh?
Warm me up. Don't do it.
Man, when you said that, man, because a lot of guys, their drive is to, I gotta get it. So their conversation with the young lady is laced with need. And when it's laced with need, she feels it and begins to back up from you.
Thank you.
And so what happens is when your conversation is, you might be talking about alphabet soup, okay, but it's laced with need because you want to get into her alphabet soup. So what automatically, even though you're saying one thing, your intentions are actually pushing her away. You got to be so thorough in your game, and I mean thorough in your game. If she give it to you, she don't. You in the mindset of abundance.
Hey, I want to give a real shout out to James Cunn though, because this was
do that.
This was a generous super chat, and the thing is I ain't never even seen him before. So now y'all regulars, now how y'all feel now? He came over here and stunned on y'all.
James
That's the whole fact.
James and Stan Jones.
He used
and Seth Jones too.
He used Mo One right there with
shout out Seth Jones. Shout out James Cunn, man. Appreciate y'all, man.
That was a assertive super chat right there.
And that's the thing. It's about.
Hey, let me just throw that out there. Basically, dudes got to learn how to fucking keep their dicks in their pockets, man. You got to learn how to talk to a chick without expecting pussy. Once you're able to talk to a chick without expecting pussy, watch what happens.
Yeah, man.
Attraction Matching said something in when he was breaking down the list. It was powerful. And now it just escaped me, but he said something that was powerful in the list. Read your list again, Attraction Matching, which the 4 things you were saying.
Wait, for expert level game?
Yeah, the 4 things, because then it's one thing you said, it was the key thing.
I said,
you sound far away, bro.
Oh, I said understanding psychology. I said being able to apply everything to your own situation. Being able to see the matrix and see where you are. I'm not sure what the other one was.
You were talking,
mm-hmm. but I do want to add one thing, and it's being aware of your own body language, because when you're aware,
that's huge.
When you're aware of your own body language, you can, even if you are needy for that pussy, if you're aware of your body language, you can show that you're not needy by using negative body language, turning away once in a while, stuff like that. But you have to be aware of it and consciously think about that once in a while. Otherwise, you will come across as needy.
Mm-hmm.
When you say body language, let's also emphasize your facial muscles. You gotta learn how to control your facial muscles. Like women have told me in the past, since I was in junior high school, like they can tell how I'm feeling from just how I look on my face. So I've actually practiced looking at my face in the mirror when I feel certain emotions, so that now I have a poker face when I'm talking to a woman and she can't read nothing on me, which intrigues them. Continue.
That is mystery.
Hey, thank you. They can't read me. They reading y'all dudes. Y'all saying one thing, but they read. Remember, communication is 90% nonverbal. So you could have been talking for that whole 5 minutes. They just reading your body language. If your body language is saying, I'm not confident, I'm not sure what I'm saying, I'm not sure I could dominate you in the bedroom, yeah, they're gonna look at you like, I didn't even hear what this dude said. I'm not dealing with this guy. He's a nice guy. You know, he's probably somebody who could take me out to eat. Now you gotta give him that look. Like when I'm talking to a chick, I swear to God, in my mind, I'm saying to myself, I'm going to tear. Don't let me get you in a. But I'm just talking regular, like, yeah. So you know yes. I think the bus comes around, So you should be. But I'm looking her dead in the eyes, thinking I'm going to tear you up. And because I'm thinking that, my body language follows. My mouth is just my mouth. What you think in your head is gonna show through your body language, man. So that goes back to it again. You got to know yourself. You got to be able to control your mind, man. What you thinking?
And that's why we just called this expert level finesse. Expert level finesse game. That's what it is.
No more 101, man. I can't talk that 101 shit no more.
You know what's interesting? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Attraction Mansion.
Hey, you know what's tight though? We all in the mind shit, all of us.
Right.
That's where the game is. That's where the game is. That's what I've been trying to basically communicate. It's not a pickup line. It's not a certain attire to wear. It's not a certain time of the day. It's not a certain location to bag a chick. It's all in your mind. The whole game is in your mind. But people haven't mastered, fellas. You have to master solitude. Mastering solitude means no electronics for a certain amount of time. No distractions. It's just you and your mind. How many people have actually done that in the past 3 months, 6 months? Just sat there with your thoughts. People don't even think no more. They think sitting there with their thoughts is with their music in their headphones, or sitting down just watching Netflix. Like, yeah, I was sitting down thinking, like, no, bro, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like you hearing wherever your nature, whatever's in your surrounding, that's all you can hear. And if you concentrate enough, you don't even hear what's around you. You only hear what's in your head. But man, I'm going too deep, man. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, you don't hear what's around you, just what's in your head. We get it.
Yeah, man. Go ahead, man. People gotta master
solitude. I was about to say something. Okay, let me drop this. Now, I normally don't talk about this, but you guys are talking about the mind. But the reality of it is, and I think I put it on one of the videos I have on my page, the game that you play is only the game that you play with yourself. The game that you play is only the... Hello?
Come on.
We hear you loud and clear.
The game that you're really playing is the game that you're playing with yourself. And I don't mean playing like literally with yourself, that you're only the only person who's playing this game.
Yes.
So what I'm going to tell you something that I've done, and I normally don't talk about it, and this will be on Patreon. I get into a meditative state and I see the woman that I want to be with. Let me give you an example. I lived in Atlanta. It was this young lady that was a nurse. I told her to send me a picture. She sent me a picture. I sat with the picture and see myself doing certain things with her. Then I let it go and waited. I just waited, let it go. I started doing other stuff, talking to other women, whatever the case may be. Within hours, she calls me. Let's hook up and let's meet somewhere. You guys don't understand that that game right there is on mastery level, where you use your mind to pull the woman here like this. And it's not that you go against what it is. It's not witchcraft. So I don't want anybody talking about it's witchcraft or you doing some hoodoo, voodoo, whatever the case. No, they have their own choice, but you pull them in like this and they come to you. I did it just last night with someone individual, 3 o'clock in the morning. I thought about her. I was thinking about her, but the case may be. Now let it go. 3 o'clock in the morning, I get a call. I'm thinking about you. I can't stop thinking. I don't know what's wrong with me. I love you. Oh, really? I was waiting for you to call.
Right, wait them out. That's where the finesse game comes in, man. You gotta know how to.
Hey yo, Travis Terrell wrote something. He said, how is he focused on his purpose? How does he divide being busy about his empire, yet living in the present and handling women? What I would say to that is, everything you're saying shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, you're busy, you're on your purpose, you're building your empire. If you're doing all that, then how can you not be handling your woman? Like, your woman should be hopping on the train. She should be an employee, not literally, but she should be an employee in your empire. So that's like you saying a boss is gonna have a problem with their employee. Like that's like an oxymoron.
That's the whole thing, man. What cats don't realize about managing these hoes, man, is the reason why they can't do it is because they're doing it by the woman's demand, man. They're doing it like this. Let me lace y'all real quick. Whoever's listening, let me tell you what level of game this is. Right? Let me. I can be assertive cross country right now. I can just hit my WhatsApp app bitch and have a foreign bitch send me a naked picture right now.
Yes, sir.
Using my assertiveness. Yeah, man. So the expert level game, man. It's mind chess, man. It's being able to manifest situations. It's being able to have and understand cause and effect. You understand what I'm saying? It's being able to plant seeds and watch them grow to what you want them to be. You know what I'm saying? I can trim it here, I can trim it there, I can let it grow. I can do all these things. You know, we're controlling our environment, man. That's what the level game is, man.
That's all it is. Once you realize that you are the master of your universe, that's the level that you need to get at. You are the master of your universe.
Absolutely.
You are the master of your universe, and you can bring anybody within your universe or dismiss them. Once you understand that, women are just a side effect of coming into your universe. See, most of us, because I've been there, we're thinking of us. We're coming into her universe. How do I get her? No, she's right. Out how does she get into my universe? It changes your mentality, because you realize that you're thinking that you are a universe. That means you're thinking in abundance. Then all the things like Attraction Mansion said becomes to come into play now, because she's in your universe.
Right. See, that's what I was kind of trying to tell O'Shea yesterday, right? When we had the interview, is that he was asking me like, what's the time limit for a woman? I have a constant rotation of women that's nonstop, man. There's no await for a woman. It doesn't exist in my brain. It's not even in my manosphere or my stratosphere. It's not even an element in my being that, I text her, how long is it going? Oh my God, that shit sounds weird to me. The thought of it is weird.
Like why spend even energy worrying about that? Like you're living your life. Why are you? I don't know, man. That's the thing. If you have one or two chicks, yeah, you're stuck on the phone worried about she gonna call me back. Did she text? How come she didn't text me back? But if you doing what you want to do, you're happy with what you're doing. You have your hobbies. You're making your bread. You're living your life, and you have enough chicks that you want to deal with. You're not thinking about one chick whether or not she's texting you back. Like, yo, you should be at a point now, depending on how old you are, you should be getting to a point where you're like, damn, she fucking texting me again. I want this fucking chick, leave me alone, man. Like, nah, fuck. I got to turn my phone off. Not, is she texting me back? Oh, okay, I'm going to wait. How come she didn't text me back yet? It's been 20 minutes. Are you fucking kidding me? Double texting. Texting her, not getting a text, and you texting her again. You serious? You serious? You got that much time? Oh, no doubt. Oh, yeah, my bad. I forgot you watching the Netflix. You watching the Netflix, you binging on Netflix. My bad.
I'm mad we don't got no MCs in this house. All these metaphors I'm doing, y'all don't even know them. You only lose. You only lose what? If you do what? If you play your game. The key is to make everyone play your game, or they can kick rocks, man. I mean, yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, man. The woman is, I don't know, man. Like shit. Today, man, I had a woman come over to my house and cut my nails for me, and we didn't fuck, man. I just wanted to see, she just wanted to see me that bad, and I told her I had something.
Exactly.
Come on now.
They don't understand that. They're like, why wouldn't you? Well, come on, why I would have smashed it. No, it's not about smashing.
I had to give her a task. One where she humbles down before me. That kind of task.
Dude, as soon as the girl
Go ahead. I'm waiting for a Attraction Mansion because he got something. That's what I'm waiting for.
As soon as you get the kind of girls you guys are talking about, like you get like 3, 4, 5, 10 girls that are texting you all the time, which does happen once you learn this stuff and actually like apply it to your own life. Once it does happen, sex is obviously still important to you, but like it doesn't become as like a scarcity like it is for most guys. It's not like, ooh, I'm getting lucky. It's like I have this option almost every night. So it's like sometimes you just need to step back And like that's when we really raise our standards. That's when you're like, I'm not gonna fuck with just anyone who wants to fuck me because it happens all the time. Like girls.
Ooh, there you go.
Ooh.
Boom. Exactly. Go ahead, WizKid.
Yeah, it's just like it opens your mind to a whole new perspective once it actually happens to you. And like, cause I'm at the point where like I'll be talking to a girl for like 2 days and
I'm always late.
I'm using all my stuff or whatever, like not like techniques, but like using my abundance mindset and just like being who I know I am and using what I know and applying it to my own life. And what it does is I can have these girls saying, oh yeah, we can do sex. We can do sexual stuff whenever, like literally after a day of talking to them, most of it even on text, which is hard to build attraction on. But that's just what happens once you learn this stuff and actually apply it to your own life. It will happen. You just got to be ready for it.
Yes. With great powers comes great responsibility. Yep. That's a fact, man.
Go ahead and tell him. You said I want that bag gang cleaning, have the lady cleaning, come over to my house and busting in with their uniform on. Yeah, he talking about me, guys. I got one of those. Yeah, I got one of those ladies that come over. I can stick my dick in her mouth if I feel like it. Only sometimes.
But guess what? The only reason why Alfie King can do that, it has nothing to do with the girl. It has to do with his level or the expectation that he puts on himself and what he deserves. Most of you guys don't believe you deserve a woman to do that, so you're not attracting women who fulfills your deservinghood.
You know what another problem is, Lawrence? They feel like they got to go tit for tat with their chick. Like if they do a kind gesture, I got to do a kind gesture.
No.
Man.
No.
You know what? I mean, it's not their fault. You know, everybody was raised by their moms and all that, and all. Excuse me, and all that. And you got you know, the Disney fantasy and the movies and all that. What I gotta let people understand also. Let me speak for myself. Like when I was really investing in learning the game and all that, the hardest part, not the hardest part, but the challenge was unlearning all them decades of the stuff that I was taught as far as how women are and, you know, how they're nice and they don't lie and they don't cheat and all this other stuff, like the way it was portrayed. That's like over 20 years of being trained to believe one way. And within a year or two, I'm just reading, watching, experiencing, observing. And it was still like, wait, no, it can't be most women. Nah, fam. You do your studies, man. 2019, I'm going to say about 98%, man. Fuck that. I ain't going to say all. 98% of women, you learn their true nature, man. You'll know how to move accordingly, man. You got to know your prey, as they say, man. Study your prey, man. You'll be all right. See, the thing is, you're not realizing they prey. You're thinking they equals. They're not equals to you. I don't know what, you know, how you was raised, but I don't look at my woman or women as equals to me, man. So that's like a boss that's like the CEO looking at his employee as equals. Nah, man. That's like the general looking at the soldier like equals. Nah, man. Somebody got to be in charge. Somebody got to be in top.
Even me being in love, it was still me first. Me being in love mean like, ooh, you got my back, so let me do nice shit for you here and there. It never was. Here goes my heart and soul. It's never been.
Nah. And don't get it twisted. I'm not saying never to do nice gestures or, you know, reward your woman for anything that she does with her. I'm not saying that not to be nice or whatever, but like you just said, going tit for tat. She did this for me, so I'm gonna do even bigger. And nah, man.
Yeah, and to add to that, it just gave me an idea. Like I was researching before, and one of the best things to do is when a girl does do something that you like if she mentions like having sex or something, or if she mentions, or if she's responding really quick or whatever. What you do is like give her a sense of approval, give her a sense of good feelings when she does those things. But then let's say she takes an hour to respond. Punish her by taking 3 hours to respond.
But that's
yeah, right.
So like lose it all. You can lose it all.
It's all mental, man.
Mindset. You can lose it all because you can just get another one.
Exactly. Dudes are scared to wait 3 hours because they're like, she's gonna be mad at me. She's gonna be going. Nah, man.
Oh,
You gotta act like
you could just, oh my God, you could just take a nap and just wake up on your dreams, and she'll wake up in bed with you when you have expert level finesse game. Oh, it's so good to be here. How did I get here? It's so nice up here.
Yeah, eventually, I'm not gonna lie. Once you understand really what you're doing and you've almost mastered everything, you almost get to the point where like this, like it's still really fun to like know this stuff, but you just get to the point where you're like, I'm so used to this happening that it's just like it's become who you are. Like it's not even. It's still exciting, but it's not like it's like once it becomes your life, everything has its wear out time or whatever. Like it just becomes part of who you are.
There you go.
This shit. He says you'll never understand a female's nature if you was only a boyfriend or husband. Preach.
That's a fact. That's a red pill I dropped. You can definitely see that drop. Shameless plug, man. I got an episode on that, man. Word.
I mean, you can think you don't have to, but then when you do, then you be like, man, I should have figured this out. That's what's going to really, bro, you could really just see how, man.
WizKid made a good point. Cause I just came back from Costa Rica. Like I said, I seen a lot of beautiful women, man, but you know what I'm saying, I only took one thing down, man. And I looked at it like I was more excited at the things I was doing, like, you know, the adventurous stuff I was doing as opposed to, yo, all right, I gotta, you know, get this chick, smash her down. Just like, nah, man, I want to actually see, like, basically pussy wasn't a priority, man. Pussy's not, like I said it before, pussy's not a priority in my life, man.
This is it right here. Most guys, and I got it written down on my notes here a couple of days back. Most guys do not honor their dick.
Bang.
They don't honor their dick, so they stick in at everything that comes their way. So now what happens is your energy level is on booger wolves, and now you're going to attract more booger wolves because you did not honor it by not walking away from it. One of my teachers said to me is what you walk away from determines what you walk into.
Yeah,
and a lot of guys are not willing to walk away from certain things so they can go to the next level of quality women that do what she did for Alfie King.
Yeah,
but you got to honor, and I'm saying it because I'm being graphic, and I have to say this: you have to honor your dick. And say, you know what? She don't deserve it yet. She hasn't done enough. She needs to do some more. When she gets it, and it's a reward, my God, you want to see a complete different woman versus if you would have knocked it off right at the first bat.
Mm-hmm. Same thing with teasing her. The more teasing you do about sexual things or just in general, the more she's gonna want it. The more she's gonna be wet. She's gonna be so turned on before you even stick it in, before you even get close. She's gonna be wet just because of all the teasing you can do with her.
See that?
Modern life dating.
Wait, what did you say?
We just noticed somebody in the chat. That's all.
Oh, Modern Life is on here.
Oh, that's all. Oh yeah, you can't see the chat. I forgot.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Yeah, it was a point I was gonna make. Hey, yo, Lawrence, what's the last thing that you said?
The importance of honoring your dick. You do not stick it everywhere. And it's a whole nother side of it. You have energy that you give off and that you emanate, but it's also that you end up beginning to pick up her energy. So you need to honor it by saying, no, I need you to do things because this is we talk about we the prize, but we don't honor our prize, which is of course, who we are, but also our sexuality that we give to this woman. That is a prize.
Of course.
Yeah,
and the more you make her work for it, the more she's gonna want it.
Correct.
What I was gonna say to the peoples in the chat and anybody listening to the replay, never trust the dude. Not never. Don't trust the dude who can't turn down pussy. You heard?
Mm.
Do not trust the dude who cannot turn down pussy. All right, I'm gonna let that y'all could just take that, and I ain't gonna elaborate. Y'all could just take that.
Yeah, because like I said before, eventually you're gonna be the guy who's denying quality girls just because you have too many. Like you have too many in your life. That becomes your problem. Not having any. It's like you know how to attract every single girl you talk to. So it's just like, what's the point right now? I don't need this one. The other ones over here, I can just whatever I want.
I'll tell you. I'm thinking some stuff, but I can't say it. I'm waiting for something to happen. Once it happens, we're gonna see what's gonna happen.
This today. Oh my god!
If it happens, then I'm gonna drop some down. I'll take my glasses off.
Think about sex toys for females, man. We don't care about that shit, man. Come on,
dude. Have you guys ever heard about the door sequence or something like that?
Explain.
Yeah, put us on.
It's basically where once you get a girl really obsessed with you, or like you're in you've had a lot of memories with the girl or whatever, you subtly mention you have her discuss and get in the feelings of all the good memories you guys have had together, and then you anchor those emotions to the door and the fact that you can leave and take those good feelings with you at any time. And she anchors that to the door, and then you can mention the door or whatever, and it makes her have the sense of leaving you and losing those emotions with it. It's a very dark technique, and you have to make sure you know what you're doing. But I don't personally use it myself. But
wow, no, I never heard of that.
Opinions were.
Wow,
it's anchoring. Yes, it's very powerful.
Anchoring is some absolutely powerful stuff.
I got you in the mood, Lawrence.
Did you see what I just sent you?
Yeah.
If that happens.
Yeah. Listen, I didn't even see the text, but I already know what the text said, man.
That happens. You're gonna see another side of me that I don't bring. I bring out on Facebook.
I'm here.
I bring out on Facebook. I don't bring out on this side. Just the thing. I'm gonna say it because I have to say this. What you getting here is
just
the thing. I'm gonna say it because I have to say this. All right, see, what you getting here is.
Here we go.
Okay, I'm just now. This the thing. Everyone is on different tracks in life, and this game here, there's a common thread in all of it. But yet, how we interpret it and how we use it can be different because of the person. But there is a common thread, no matter what, with game. So it is very important that we understand that, because a lot of guys miss it because they're looking for personality and they're missing the truth of the game. Personality gonna get you but so far, but the truth of the game will take you to a whole nother level.
It's church right there.
Absolutely.
Hey, Afi, what'd you do to Mode 1 guy? Well, that guy flipped out on me on the internet too. He's a little emotional. I mean, I whatever. He's part of the Red Man group and all that.
It's clickbait.
What happened?
You gotta listen to it.
Can you give me a synopsis?
Man. Oh man, let's just see if you can make it all the way through, man, and then we'll have a discussion about it, man.
Clickbait.
Is it clickbait? Do you think so? He's just spazzing out on purpose?
Oh man,
absolutely.
Well, let's just see if you can make it through. That's all I'll say.
And even with that, the whole situation, even with that. See, I've been knowing him for over. I haven't known him, but he came on my radio show years ago. So my point
What's your show?
I used to have a show years ago called the Mr. L Radio Show. So I did that years ago. I had a radio show. So
they would you Mr. Lucario?
No, far from him.
Sorry. That's my bad. No, just Missy said Mr. L. I mean, so I heard of a guy.
I used to have a show years ago. So a lot of guys you see that are older and been doing this, they used to come through my show and listen. Steve the Dean, whoever else. My point is this. People debate about the game because they have different theories and all like that. That's all good and dandy. At the end of the day, the results is what's going to matter. And everybody's not. That's why I said people get caught up in personalities and not in the game that's being taught.
Right.
You may not like what I say and how I say it, but you cannot deny the game that is in my mouth.
Exactly. They're looking at the messenger and not the message. I say that all the time, man. Don't look at the messenger. Like people asking for receipts and this, that, and the third. I'm like, yo, did you hear what I just said though? What I said is facts. It's the truth. Take that and run with it. That's a gem.
So and it's believe me, one thing I don't realize when you get to, I'm saying it because I'm older. I don't got time to be going on these YouTube streets banging with everybody, gang banging, and I'm against you and all that. That stuff is. I got a purpose for what I'm doing. So that's we always talk about purpose. My purpose is to see men get from out of the red pill over. Getting out of from one way of thinking over into the right way of thinking, to get into this blue pill, get into this red pill of thinking. Because a lot of times guys get stuck. I don't care about none of that. You may not like what I say, how I deliver it. I don't give a rat's butt. It means nothing to me. It means nothing to me. You might flag me. I don't care. Yeah. My thing is, I look at the guys. I look at a guy who left Cleveland, Ohio, moved to Hawaii, got a girl right off the bat because he took my information and learned from it. I don't care nothing about what anybody's saying. Until you got results, shut it down.
And to add to that, I feel like the biggest thing that people have to understand is game is more than just one technique after another technique after another technique. It's about the mindset that overhauls all of it. It's about the mindset you have in your head. If you don't have the mindset, but you're going out here using different techniques, different NLP techniques, or you're just using basic techniques, it's not going to be anywhere near as effective if you don't truly have that confidence developed. You don't truly have that abundance mindset and you're trying to fake it. It doesn't work. Unless you are aware of your body language and know how to use your body language correctly, you could be able to fake it, but it's just not as effective.
These guys, this thing, I come from a teaching from background, fake it till you make it. I've been in that whole thing. My thing is, dude, you got to put in the work. You guys want to get all this information, but nobody wants to put in the work. Dude, back in 1990, prior to that, when I was in high school, junior high school, I had to put in the work. I had to go talk to the girl. I was at the skate ring, talking to this girl. I had a Jerry curl, believe it or not, with my Jerry curl. I had a Jerry curl. So I had to go in there. What I had to do, hey, what's up? How you doing? Let me get your number. Hey, what's your name? My name Dolly. Her name was Dolly. I had to get her number. Then I had to call on the phone with my parents and schedule the time to talk to her while my parents used the phone. That's when I come from. All this extra YouTube banging and all like that. No, anything. We need to be in an alliance to work together to get men to the next level. We trying to teach you that right on here. I'm passionate about this because I see too much. That video back and forth. Come on, dog. Let it go. That could have been dealt with behind the scenes. I'm a grown man. I don't know what else to be but grown.
I wasn't doing nothing but getting a manicure when it happened, Lawrence. You know.
I understand, but it's about being a grown man, and I understand about protecting brand and all that kind of stuff. But dude, behind the scenes, things can be resolved. See, we talk about this game on here because we want to look good, but how you handle it as a man, dude, let me talk to you and pull you to the side. That's the kind of that's what I grew up in. Let me talk to you aside. Let me put some in your ear right quick. That's how you deal with it.
Yeah, I think WizKid definitely handled himself pretty well, man. Especially for a kid, no part in the pun, but somebody his age handling himself the way he did, man. I definitely gave him props for that, man. As I was listening to the episode, I had to hit him on the side like, yo, I see the way you handling yourself, you know what I'm saying? Good job and all that. But, I agree with Lawrence, man. That's definitely something that could have been handled, off the scenes and all that. I mean, maybe it was done for ratings, as they say, quote unquote ratings or whatever the case may be. But,
oh man, no.
I'm not being literal, but but I mean, people like that stuff nowadays. But that's not what I'm about. That's the first time I've ever seen anything like that around Afi, to be honest. But like I said, that was then. It happened. You know what I mean? I mean, that was the past, and we can move on from that.
Wait, let me add
anybody
something.
got hurt?
I got something.
Go.
When it came to that whole thing, I think we were both just in the heat of the moment, like we wanted to like get our own views across. Like, probably, I mean, I was getting like mad, obviously, but like I feel.
Wait, are we talking about what happened with me and him the other day?
There's two things. Yeah, there's two conversations going on. So I think it's Alfie, Raj and Curry, and then there's a mixture of what happened between you and WizKid. So I think that's a mixture of two things going. So to separate the two things, let me clear it up. What I was referring to was between Alfie and Raj and Curry. What Red Pill was talking about is talking about what happened between you and him at the exchange that you had on here on that other hangout. So so it's clear. So I have to say this. So it's clear. We're not gonna agree with everything.
Mm-hmm. Not at all, dude. That's part of being a man. Is like we have conflict and we have different pieces of perception of the game and whatnot. I think the points that I made were clear, but at the end of the day, I don't have anything against anybody. It's just if I see somebody giving information that could be misconstrued and interpreted by a person of lower intelligence and lower skill in the game in a way that will be detrimental to their advancement in life, I'm going to speak up as a person who's been in the game and who's doing this for a very long time. It is my obligation to do these things. If I do not do that, I'm a bad teacher. If I'm a bad teacher, then why am I teaching? So that's the thing. I didn't have anything personal. I don't have any personal and like vendettas with anybody. Afi knows me and Afi talk all the time. Afi and I never have met in real life. We're just like internet friends. And Afi knows like I'm a blind, loyal supporter to that guy. We have personal talks all the time offline.
Well, you don't live on the corner, fam. I mean, shit.
Well, yeah, no, I live in Tokyo. I mean, obviously, look at the fucking room I'm in. So, I mean, you know, that being said, you know, I got no beef with anybody. It's just at the end of the day, the reason all of us men here have a platform to speak is because the environment is fucked up. Most guys are complete pussies. Most guys are like detached from their masculinity, and like the society, for the lack of a better word, is trying to fag up guys. You know, Patrice O'Neal said it all the time before he died. This was 10 years ago. They're trying to make us bigger pussies. I loved watching the Super Bowl because the Rams lost, and they're the first team ever to have male cheerleaders who are two gay African-American guys. And they're trying to push that shit on. They're even trying to push it on the African-Americans now, because back like 10 years ago, and still is, African Americans in America are some of the most masculine, badass guys who have like natural game. Don't even tell me about fucking athletic sports, was just completely dominated by African Americans in the States as well. Talk about peak testosterone. And now they're even coming after them. So I'm just bringing awareness to all who will listen. My audience, you guys see me on the Red Man group. You see me on my own show now. And, I'm having, dude, I started this show 2 weeks ago, and I'm already booked out the ass with consultations. Guys coming to me with all sorts of fucked up life situations, and I'm just like trying to help as many people as I want. My show is now fucking 7 days a week because the outcry, I can't keep up with it. And keep in mind, I've only done 11 episodes. So, I got no beef with anybody. And the Attraction Mansion, like, I called you kid, junior, whatever. You're 17. Your competency is extremely high level for your age. And, the bottom line is it's just like marketing. Some people may not listen to me because I have a mustache. Some people may not listen to the guy with the hat because he has a hat on, right? But some people will listen to him that will not listen to me. And some people will listen to me that will not listen to him. All of us need to work together. This is an information war, and we need to get out there and spread this gospel, this red pill truth, and make men men again. We have a generation of men raised by women, and women are they're trying to make us more emotional. Just watching the Super Bowl, you could see, like that guy who that NFL player who was saved by the firefighters, and then he sat in the middle and he started crying. That's not what men are. Men don't sit around and cry and be like, oh, can we have this emotional moment together? That's like they're trying to pussify all these dudes. So that being said, I think all of us together are all advancing on the same war front, and I don't give a fuck. The only thing I'm going to say is if I disagree with something, I'm not going to come out and say I fucking hate you or whatever, but if I disagree with something, I'm going to speak up and just keep it real. So that's just my piece. I got no beef with the Attraction Mansion. You come out to Tokyo, I'll show you the time of your life, kid. So I got no beef with anybody. It is what it is.
Oh, we
Cool.
just shared a moment.
Guys, speak
Alan
quick.
Roger Curry, why don't you come over here and share a moment with us too?
Hey, Alan
Exactly.
Roger Curry catches feelings with me too, bro. He talks shit to me on the internet. I think he's just, Player Supreme used to do that shit too before he passed away. So I just think it's an older guy thing.
He got me so good. I'm ready to retire. I ain't making no more videos because Alan Roger Curry got me so good.
Yeah, bro. Why don't you cry and make a video about it? Put it on the internet.
This
He
is
got
something.
you, huh?
Two things quick.
He got you, huh?
He got me so good. But my intro got it though. That's all we needed.
I just want to say with the thing like last week, whenever it was, I looked back on it, and I see where you're coming from, because in my head I knew what I was saying, but I think I came across in a slightly different way because I used common terms that can be misthought of by people, like you said, of lower intelligence of the game.
Yeah.
And because of that, people probably could have perceived it in the wrong way, so I can respect that. And then the other thing I was going to say with the whole feminization of men, I think it's all about, okay, as much as I hate seeing men that are so like emasculated by these feminist movements and this whole women's rights stuff, like, the thing is, I also love it because the people who do know this information are just further separating themselves. You can be like, let's say you're just slightly masculine. You're still way above all these other guys who are feminist males over here. All these guys who are being indoctrinated into this feminist society. If you are even broken apart from that a little bit, you're already way ahead of the game. And the fact that you're learning this stuff, like I said, it puts you in like the top 2% of the world of guys. Because most guys have no clue what they're doing.
Yeah, that's true. I just think overall, though, there are things that if we do not, as men, if we do not start standing up and converting more men, I understand that there is a chance that we can get, more success with women or whatever because we have this knowledge. But at the end of the day, if you have all these dudes that are feminized and they're fucked up in the head and they are, getting into positions of power, they're going to start writing up legislation against men like us.
That's
and
correct.
if you don't believe me, look at the family
I
law
believe
court
you.
in the United States right now, boys. Listen,
I
that's why I
believe
tell
you.
guys. Guys tell me like, "Oh, bro, you shouldn't check a girl's phone." I'm saying, dude, you should 100% check a girl's phone, and here's why. Because if you're going to get married to this chick, okay, you need to know exactly who she is. Because the bottom line, at the end of the day, here's the thing: you get married with her, you find out she's cheating, but you weren't checking her phone before, you weren't checking her information. Guess what? If you divorce her and hard times come upon you and you can't make those child support payments, you're going to jail. They take your ass and they throw you in jail. And that's the fucking bottom line right there. So I'm just saying like that, I think it's overall, we have to spread awareness to as many guys as possible because you know what? We have to push ourselves to the next level. Yeah, Chaoser says right there, trust yet verified. I'd say 100%, dude. If you're going to enter a contract with a chick that at any moment, based on her emotional whims, she can send the entire legal system against you. Keep in mind that even so, like they'll grant her custody to kids, and it's a scientific fact. Single parent mothers versus single parent fathers. Single parent fathers are astronomically better than the mothers. I was raised by a single mom. I went through fucking hell and high water. I did time. I've done it all, man. I've seen shit. I've gone into debt. I've been in fights. I've been locked up. It is what it is. I'm not trying to fucking act like I'm cool, but I know that if I had a father in the picture, there would have been far more discipline, far more stability. And that's what children need. When you're raising children, I'm an elementary school teacher. Children need love, they need stability, and they need discipline. If they don't get these things, they become feral little monsters. And you have a society. Look at the United States. 40% of men are being raised by single moms. 40%. And that doesn't factor in the 60% of these guys who are being raised by complete beta cucks.
Yep. Nobody talks about that part.
That's what we got right here. So I think we are on the forefront. I think we got a grassroots movement, and we just got to keep pushing forward, man. I'm getting ready to go on a goddamn speaking tour. I'm about to stay on the couches of all my followers and speak my way across the United States. So Afi, I'm coming to your couch too, guy. Just a heads up.
What's up, man? That's what's
Let me drop something right quick because you guys said something so powerful. Do you see? Because people are going to miss this and they're going to run past what just happened in the last 15 minutes. You were just giving some expert level game about men, but you also seen game in action. You see two men on this broadcast reconciled as men.
Yep. Control their emotions.
They
Put their
controlled
emotions
their
aside.
emotions. They said what they needed to say, and they handled it as men. They didn't create a video about it. They didn't go back and forth. They went straight. They handled it as men. That's what's missing as a modern day life, what you're saying, in our society. Men responding as women in their conflict.
Yeah.
All they know how to do is emulate a woman when they talk or when they interact. And so now you just
seen that.
You just
You
seen
see that.
You just seen these men just handle a situation correctly. So if anybody, my name is Lawrence D. Adams, has a problem with what I'm saying and wants to make a video, I ask you to email me and be a grown man about it, and I will give you my number and we can talk. That's how you handle situations.
just ended.
Can I add to this, Lawrence?
Oh.
Yes, sir.
I got something. On top of that, I want to say a lot of girls, like when you're in a relationship with them or whatever, they will try to start conflict just because they need that emotion in their life.
Yeah.
And what
Wow.
a lot of guys do. A lot of guys get
Dropping the mic all over. Oh my
going
God.
into that emotion and yelling back or whatever. Why do you have the TV on so loud? Oh, why can't I have it on so loud? Jesus, whatever. Like, don't do that. Just be logical about it. Because this is the volume I want the TV at. She will leave you alone way faster. And another thing is, if you have a serious problem with a girl, something that I've always, or that I've researched and used myself, is you get her to talk about her emotional side of it. You get her to express her feelings, and then you give your logical standpoint on the same thing. It makes the girl feel like she's understood, and it gets your point across, and it solves the conflict a lot faster.
I'm gonna take that and run.
Yeah. No, it's good. And back to what Lawrence D. Adams said. Yeah, man. Just to talk about it, I've seen it in like mainstream internet culture as well. Like guys think it's cute to be catty with each other, right? They're just like so catty, like, oh, they try to clap back and say something like adorable and like, oh, I got you. But at the end of the day, talk like, Lawrence is an old school man, and fucking Christ in Bethlehem, do we need more men like him around? Old school guys, you could talk all the shit that you want to them on the internet, but when it comes time to be face to face and look that man in the eye and say the same shit, they always back down.
Yep.
They always back down.
Internet thugs.
They're internet
thugs.
thugs. Internet warriors. I've had the luxury of confronting an internet warrior in face to face, and boy, oh boy, was it fucking gratifying to watch that guy crumble. And then what's funny is like, because when you see, this is how men work, right? We talk. If we reach to the apex of our conflict, we'll fight. We'll have a fight, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? We'll fight. Somebody will lose, like, all right, man, you beat my ass. You're fucking right, and they shake their hands. They go have a beer. It is what it is, right? But these guys, what they do is they talk their shit, and then guess what happens? Then you get face to face with them, and then you can see them. If you pay attention to the psychology, and if you've ever done this in life, you'll understand. But you'll see it if you have this. They start backing down. They say, okay, well, no, maybe you were right. And maybe I wasn't, and they start backing up and trying to weasel their way out of it. Because at the end of the day, they don't want to get their fucking ass beat. They start cowering away because they don't really believe in what they said, and it's good. It's good. Honestly, man, I think it's a righteous experience for every man to get his ass beat. I have had my ass beat plenty of times in the jiu-jitsu gym, in the boxing gym, in the Muay Thai gym, and in street fights as well. So it puts a man on the righteous path to get an ass beating. And a lot of these dudes, like, when you're raised by mom, right? Let's say a guy beats your ass at school. What does mom do? She calls up the principal. And she's like, oh, my God, what did happen? and then they attack the boy through the system, right? The school's political system. If a father has a boy and the boy gets his ass beat, the father's like, I ain't raising no goddamn pussy. And he puts on some boxing gloves with the kid and he teaches that kid how to fight. And he says, go beat that bully's ass. Because even if you sick the system at the bully will keep coming back. The only thing the bullies respond to is power. And you've got to stand up to your bullies. And that's like a rite of passage in this manhood. And that's just something we're missing these days. And that's what I'm trying to bring back. And I think guys are thirsty for it too, man. Because like I said, I started my show 2 weeks ago. And I'm already booked out the ass with consultations. I've got emails coming through. I can't even keep up with the fucking emails. My Instagram's blowing up, like everything. And I'm excited. I'm excited because I'm planning to go on tour here. And they're going to have to kill me to stop me. Like, this is what I've dedicated my life to. I had a fucking...
You see the difference over here on this channel. What's going on, man?
Yeah, I had the fucking... this is the last thing I was going to say. I had a top-tier medical device recruitment job in one of the best companies in Tokyo, and I quit that shit to get on this red pill evangelism. And I'm going to change a good portion of men in this world. I'm not giving up. I'm 33, man. I've got about 35 solid years in me. And the way testosterone therapy and HGH and stem cells all that work, you best believe I'm going down to Mexico, get some of that Wolverine blood. I'm going to stay fucking young forever, man. And
tiger blood. Get some of that tiger blood.
Oh, this is so positive. Oh my God, it's so positive over here.
That's it.
This is something I told Red Pill when his situation jumped off. I put this in the chat because this is powerful, and it's just what Modern Day Life just said.
Modern life dating.
Modern life dating.
Yes, sir.
Something he just presented, and this was that. Men grow through challenges and nothing else. If you want to see how a man can grow, put him in a challenge. And what happens is a lot of men have not been in a challenge, and that's why they're not winning with the women.
Make sure it's a real one, though, Lawrence.
That's true. A real challenge. And so if you can't handle a challenge with another man or another real challenge, what do you think you're going to deal with when that woman comes in there with no clothes on and say, hey, go do the dishes?
Yep. And that's the thing. Lawrence, you're an old school man. Let me ask you this.
Yes.
I think that we should bring back, like, as American culture, right? I think that we should bring back the rites of passage. You know what I mean? Like when the old Native Americans would like take the boys, drop them in the wilderness, like give them an axe and a bag of water and be like, all right, bro, you got to kill a wolf and bring his dead ass back to the village or you're going to be out here and you're going to die. And you come back to the village, you get a wife, get your own house, and then you're a real man. I think that's a big thing men don't have these days. I actually created my own rite of passage when I was 26 because I had achieved everything I wanted in life. I had my own job at Aon Hewitt. If you guys know what Aon Hewitt is, it's a multi-billion-dollar insurance company. And I had my own little business on the side. I had my own place. I had, a team of 4 or 5 girls. But I just still felt like I wasn't complete. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go to Tokyo by myself. And if I can survive for 2 years with zero help, I'll consider myself a real man. And then, I did it. And that changed me forever, man. That changed me nowadays. Like, and that's what I'm saying. When some chick will mouth off to me or whatever, like, listen, okay, I will replace you. So you're gonna act right, or you're gonna leave. Like that's just the bottom line.
Only boss talk. I don't know. Just
this is it right here. You're actually right. There is a missing element of the rite of passage that's missing in our culture. Why men are the way they are. And it's interesting because what happens is life, if you're not careful, life will put you in a rite of passage and you not recognize it.
Yep.
And so I give you go ahead, Red Pill.
No, I was gonna say that's why I always talk about study your lessons, man. The way life goes. See, this is what I love right here. I like talking about life, man. Yeah, this is what this is how life treats you. This is what I said in one of my videos that life will put you through tests. And if you're not observant, if you're not smart enough to learn, what I say is you never get an L. People are like, I don't want to take an L. I don't like taking an L. What I say is, take an L. An L meaning a lesson. Because when you go through these tests, through these experiences, and you get these lessons, when that test comes around again, you quote unquote pass it, you pass it. And I say in my video, when that test comes around again, it won't even seem like a test because you'll laugh at it like, you already been through this already. Like, yo, I can't believe that this used to be, such a difficult, whatever the case may be. So in order for that to happen, you have to go through experiences, which is what I said earlier in this chat, in this episode. You have to get off the couch. You have to start interacting with people. You have to start doing new things. Like I went out to Costa Rica, and like I said, you wasn't on it before. But what I said is I went to Costa Rica, and it wasn't about bitch. It wasn't about pussy for me. Like I did like at least 4 or 5 different things on my checklist that I've never done before. Other people would be like, oh, nah, where's the pictures of the bitches and all that? Like, nah, man, yo, you got to get to a point where, like I said earlier, pussy's not a priority for me to me anymore. It's like secondary now.
That's
like I'm
great.
enjoying life.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to build on what you're saying, and that's exactly why I teach men game, okay? Because there's an analogy of the fisherman and the fish, right? So you see, red pill chauvinist, like this is the kind of guy that I would love all my students to become like him, because he has finally achieved the level of sexual success that he has peace in his heart with. And now he's moved on to better things, and he's pushing the human consciousness forward because he's no longer a slave to wanting women all the time. He's got it figured out. That thing is just it's a part of his life that's completely handled. When he's talking about going on vacation and having a good old time, that's what I say. I want men to get this shit handled and move on with your life. Find the cure for AIDS. Build that next rocket that's going to take us to fucking Mars. Create renewable energy sources. Push the human race forward. Don't get stuck on chasing pussy. Don't get stuck on some terrible bitch, because here's what happens. You see, most of these guys, they don't know how to fish. They just know how to receive fish from a woman, right? And a fish is her pussy, right? So they just give it to you, but you have to do what they say. If you don't do what they say, they keep the fish from you, and then you starve.
Wow.
And when you starve, you can't act right. You can't think right. You can't function correctly. But once you get the game handled, you get your own fish, right? You get your own fishing game down. Now you can catch fish on your own, and you can pull the fish out of the water and be like, hey, this fish has bipolar disorder. Fuck this fish. You pull another fish out, like this fish is covered in tattoos and she's a fucking slob. Throw this fish out. And then you can be able to catch the ones that you want. And then that way, when you have more control over your life, you have more power to go in the direction that you want. And I believe every man innately inside his heart and inside his soul, his spirit, he knows where he needs to go. And it is up to us to give them the tools to get there. And a lot of guys, society's striping them down. Man, I just watched the Super Bowl, right? And I almost fucking threw up watching all the commercials. It's hilarious how they depict men, because we got a panel of guys here, right? Yes. And none of us here look like any of those chodes on the fucking Super Bowl commercial. Super skinny, balding, like disgusting looking skin, and guys just look like idiots. And you have to realize these marketing companies hire people like that, and they hire these people that look for actors. They're looking for it. What are they doing that for? There is some sort of propaganda out there to keep men on the rise, on the low. Because why? Because women spend way much more money than men do. Men save, men build. And they're emotional. If anybody has a background in sales here, you know that you don't sell anything, but you sell on emotion. You sell on emotion. You sell an emotion, and then they logically conclude why they did it after the sale is over. And it's the same thing with sex. So, I just, like I said, I want guys just to wake up. On my channel, we're going to start breaking down every commercial. I think everybody on this panel saw the Gillette commercial. That was just like, what the fuck? You guys sell razors. Like, what do you mean?
When I saw that commercial. Oh, listen, when I saw that commercial, the guy was about to, quote unquote, holler at the chick on the street. And the guy stepped out. Another guy stepped like, wait, hold on. No, don't do that, man.
Yeah.
Don't disrespect her like that. I looked at it like, oh my. I was like, the world is over.
No brother out there is stopping another dude from hollering at some bitch.
I was like, you're actually advertising this as like reality? Oh no! This is bad.
And there was didn't you notice that the commercial was also anti-white? Every situation, it was always a white guy being the bad guy, and then the black guy saving him. I don't know if you guys caught that as well. I found that a
little odd. It was the black guy that stopped him. I found that a little odd.
But you please understand what that means. Please understand what that means. What that means is this. It's going to make our game so much better, and the women jumping out of the water into our barrels.
Yes.
Because
right.
once they get a sniff of a real man,
a real fisherman,
right?
A real fisherman.
They're gonna gravitate. It's gonna be so easy. That's what I'm saying that because I'm using the comparison. When I lived in Atlanta, it's a lot of homosexuals down there. Nothing against anybody who's doing that. Okay, whatever. But my job was so easy.
Yeah.
Do you understand? My job was so easy because all I had to do was walk down the street. They shooting their game at me. I had nothing because the environment changed. That means all I had to do is be me. With this environment changing in the United States and starting to spread other places, men who are taking this education that we're offering here, it's going to make you so easy. You don't even have to work for it.
You're going to be turning down pussy. This is what I'm trying to tell you, man. You're going to be at a point you're going to be like, yo, you're going to be so, I've always been selective ever since I've been younger, but even now, oh my God, I only smash what I want to smash, man. I'm not smashing something just cause.
Yeah.
What? There's so much tuna out there. Like, come on, man.
You just get old with it too, like, and just get to the point you're like, oh my God, like mid-sex. Sometimes I'm just like, oh, just get this over with. I want to go play some video games. Just,
no
I just what I'd say right there. Just,
you don't chase bitches around here, man.
But boys, campaign. So I say that the campaign of 2019 is fucking ejaculate and evacuate, baby. Just bang and get the fuck out of there. Get on your purpose. Get on your purpose. That's the big thing right there.
I think I like that. Ejaculate and evacuate. Yo, I'm out. I gotta keep living my life.
Boys. That's the 2019 motto. Modern life dating right there. Ejaculate and evacuate.
I like that.
Ejac and evac. Yeah.
All right, man.
But that's the thing.
Enough for an hour and a half, man. Y'all got some last things y'all want to say?
Exactly. I gotta get up early, get back to work. I've been on vacation for like 2.5 weeks. I gotta be around. I work in a hospital, man, and I work around about, let's say, 80-85% women, man. So if you understand modern life, if you understand women, at first when I first before I worked in there, I was like, all right, I'm gonna be around all these women. All right, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna hit them with my charm. But like you said, the way society is now, I walk around that majority women, all masculine. 6'1", whatever the case may be, assertive. I'm labeled, the way I talk now is the way I talk at my job, and they're looking at me like I'm intimidating, I'm aggressive, and it's just, I'm called into the vice president's office, so that's that. But I'm at a point now where it's all about politicking, man. When it comes to business and money, you gotta know how to politic with these women, man. When you learn how to leave your dick in your pocket, you leave your dick at the door before you go to work. Oh yeah, you're good to go. You don't have these chicks, smiling at you. I mean, not smiling at you, like controlling you with the real quick story. I said it before, maybe I didn't say it over here. So like I told Lawrence D and the rest of the crew, when I started working at the job, I realized, you know what? I'm not smashing nothing at the job, man, because I'm not, messing with my money or whatever the case may be. With that being said, I keep it real professional. I keep it real cordial with the 80 to 95%, 90% of the women at my job. So one time, this one chick, so I'm waiting to go into an operation, and one of my coworkers walks up to me, this chick, she's like, yeah, this, that, and the third, I'm about, I want to lose some weight, I'm going to the gym, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, word, I'm like, yeah, how much you weigh now? She's like, I weigh about $160. I'm like, oh, all right, you don't even look like you weigh about $160. I'm waiting for my room to get ready, whatever the case. 2-3 minutes later, she comes back with a phone like, yeah, this is what I look like at 160. Boom, I look at the phone, it's her in a bikini. Boom, I look at it. Mind you, I'm like in the middle of like the front desk, like everybody's moving around, like I'm in the middle of work. Boom, she showed me that. I had poker face, like I said earlier. No emotion, no nothing. I just looked at it. I was like, wow, 160. I was like, yeah, in this picture, yeah, you definitely look 160 in this picture. Boom, gave it back to her.
I would have pretended to throw up. I'd be like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, sorry, I'm having a reaction. I ate some bad food for lunch. My bad.
Listen, the fact that I gave absolutely no, because you have to understand the environment I'm in. There's a lot of quote unquote thirsty guys around. So 98% of the guys, even if they didn't react physically, something in their face would have shown some type of reaction. I showed absolutely nothing. So when I gave the phone back, I thought it would have been over with. I say about 15 seconds later, she's like, "This is me at 140." She showed me a picture of herself naked. I was looking at it like,
damn. And in the hospital,
Yeah. I'm standing outside of an operating room, like waiting for my room to be clean.
Christ, bitch, where is your father?
Yeah. I'm looking at this picture. All I said was, "Oh, I didn't know you had nipple rings. That's what's up." All right, boom. Yo, I say about 2 weeks later, that chick got pissed at me, started, an argument. I told her straight up, like, yo, listen, if you have an issue with me, either, you could, keep it cordial, or, we could just keep it just straight professional and whatever. She kept cutting me off. I was like, all right, yo, we're just going to keep it professional. And that's what I've done with her since then, man.
Well,
the fact that I didn't react, she had an issue with that, man. She's not accustomed to that.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Real quick. What is her position in the hospital?
She's a surgical tech, so she assists the surgeons, like myself.
Okay. And then are you also a surgical tech?
Yes.
Okay. So who's better at the job, you or her?
Oh, I'm one of the best. I don't like to pat myself on the back, but yeah, I'm one of the best.
You should.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Pat yourself on the back, dude. What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Be real with yourself, bro.
If you watch my show, my tagline is "I'm your braggadocious yet very humble host." So
good.
I brag, but I hold back a little bit.
How long has this bitch been there?
Longer than me. She's been there longer than me.
How long?
Now she's probably been like 7 years. 7, 8 years.
Here's the bottom line. And how long have you been there?
About 5.
Okay, so that's fine. That's not big. I mean, so here's what I would say. If she keeps on acting a fool on you and she wants to go to fucking HR, I would straight up be like, well, this bitch just walked up to me and showed naked pictures of herself to me. And I personally don't like being sexually assaulted like that. Like, here's the thing. When these bitches come at you with the HR shit and they come at you with the corporate cycle, right? They try to like use the system against you. You've got to fight back scorched earth. Okay. You got to do what the fucking Russians did to Napoleon. Hey. Burn every goddamn village to the ground.
Let me interject real quick. I've already had 3 meetings with HR already, man. And in my 5 years, I've never been written up, given a verbal, suspended, any of that stuff, man. See, the thing is, what I realize is when you, in this environment, when you're a masculine male, I like to say they're like an invisible bully. You know what I mean? They'll try to, like, for example, real quick example. My manager came to me and said, this, that, and the third, you've taken too many vacation days, blah, 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 blah. I was like, wait, what are you talking about? I took too many vacations. I have X amount of hours left. It's like, well,
hey,
don't worry about it.
Red pill, they like that. How long this bitch been there? That's your new shit, Jonathan, when you come over here now. you got people repeating it twice, just back to back. That's your shit. How long?
What was I saying?
But you're complaining about your vacation hours, saying you take vacation hours.
Long story short, they called me into the office and they said this, that, and the third. All I said was, show me the paperwork. They said, oh no, well, we can't show this, that, and the third. We just want you to know that we're watching you. You're watching me. Like, all that does, anybody else in that job who heard that, they wouldn't have taken a sick day or, they were talking about my sick days, pardon me. They were talking about my sick days. Any other person would not have taken a sick day for like 3 years. Because the thought is, oh, well, they're watching me. Oh, no, well, man, next time I felt like taking another sick day, I took my sick day. You know what happened? Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, fuck them.
You understand?
You know what you got to do, guy? This is what you got to do, okay? Every time you go into that office, record the conversation in your pocket.
I'm ahead of the game. We're on the same page already. Your mind, we're already on the same page. We're already on the same page, man.
I don't trust any corporation. I don't trust any bitch. I don't trust any government fucking organization. You got to realize that.
Y'all listening to some real game right now. This is the life game I be talking about. I want to be dropping on this joint, man. Now we talking, man.
And that's the thing, because that's the thing. Look, at the end of the day, a woman really doesn't have power. Okay, a woman has two powers. She has physical beauty, right? Which that's sparing these days. That bitch sounds like she's like way out of her 20s by now, and she's running around showing you naked photos, right?
Yeah. No, actually, no. She was actually in her early 30s.
There you go. Washed up. Is she single?
Exactly. Yeah, she is.
Is she single?
Yeah, single. 2 kids. No baby. Yeah. I didn't give you the rundown, but he knows.
There you go. That bitch. Listen, dude. Look, here's the thing.
How long she been?
A girl. Look, a guy loser is a guy who cannot get multiple women. A female loser is a woman that cannot keep one guy. And you got this bitch, 2 kids, running around showing nudes to guys during the fucking work hour. And
now listen to this. Listen to this.
Said that she's more like viable to keep the children, raise them better. Are you fucking kidding me?
Here's the other little nugget of that. So there's another guy at my job that I'm cool with. I hope he's listening to this shit. Another guy at my job that I'm cool with. He already smashed her. So you know, I let him know like, yeah, the shorty did da da da. He's like, yeah, that's what she does. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, that's what she did to me, and that's how I end up smashing. I was like, oh wow, that's the game she be running on these dudes over here. Okay, I guess it's just that simple.
How long that bitch been there?
I bet you that pussy smells like a fucking day old salmon.
Yeah.
Let me add a caveat to that, because most guys talk. I'm not gonna go too far in it, but you can use this game at the workplace.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to know who the right person you're going to engage with. This game works anywhere, and it can work in the workplace. If I'm not going to even say who it is, if I can get head in the doctor's office, any man can do this.
If I go fuck the principal in the principal's office, any man can do it.
You guys are fucking animals. I love it.
I'm just saying. The thing of it is, most guys they don't choose. They pray correctly.
Yep.
And so what happens is you choose.
Qualified.
You gotta take her through some stuff. Like, okay, is she gonna go back and tell? Then you got to have some, and this talk about. We're gonna talk about game, and I really don't want to go too far in it, but you got to have some dirt on her, so that you use that as leverage.
Baby. That's business pimping right there. That's business guerrilla pimping 101.
So when she acts up, now didn't you just send this? Didn't you just do this? Were you just on your knees? Oh, okay. I thought I forgot you forgot on there.
Yeah.
That's what most guys mess up because they just go in. It's just pussy. I'm going to get it. Hooray! But you have
and they're too happy just to get it. They just too happy just to get the pussy, man.
No.
They don't even know what good and bad pussy feel like. They just happy just be getting pussy, man.
That's why you gotta have
slaves to the game. Slaves to that vagina.
You gotta have dirt on her. So if she just happens to get out of line, this picture, this text is a reminder what you will not do. Is to keep her in line. I'm just saying. I'm still relaxing and maxing and enjoying my work environment.
Good shit.
All right, man. Let's get up out of here, man.
Yeah.
So I'll just say my piece real quick. If you guys, just so you know, for you guys that whenever Afi's not on, I'm on at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're all welcome to come check out the show on my YouTube channel. Sunday to Friday, I go 7 days a week because I also go on the Redman group. You guys see me over there on YouTube. If you type in Redman group, check me out. Modern Life Dating on YouTube. I have call-in ability, so if you want to call in and get some help, I offer help for you guys that may be skeptical of my abilities or whatever. Call in. I'll help you live on air, and you'll see, what I'm speaking is the truth. And, anytime you're not listening to Afi, you're more than welcome to come check me out. So thanks so much. And catch me on Instagram also at Modern Life Dating. I drop some fucking fire-ass memes. Afi can attest to that. My meme game is pretty strong. And that's it, man. Thanks for listening to me.
All good. Subscribe to his channel. You need to have a 1K party, man.
Yeah, I know a lot of guys were telling me like we should do something because I just hit 1,000 on YouTube.
Or at least like a special drop.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you very much, brother.
Like a special one?
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
All right, man. I'm gonna play this song for y'all, and I'm gonna just let y'all like and comment on the way out. Y'all can talk shit.
Hey, let me let everybody know. Check out the Red Pill Chauvinist channel also on YouTube. Red Pill Chauvinist channel, where I talk about women's nature, talk about what your daddy should have taught you, talk about a variety of things. Travel vlog. I got this next travel vlog coming out, man, from Costa Rica. I gave Afi King a little sneak peek, man. Like, he'll let you know, man. It's gonna be on fire, man. So yeah, it's gonna be on fire. So I'll let y'all know when it drop. But definitely Red Pill Chauvinist channel. Check it out. Subscribe. Check out my videos, man.
Good stuff.
Man. Lawrence.
I'm Lawrence D. Adams. I got a drop coming out. What happens when you meet her? The BSSC. The beautiful, sexy, submissive, and cooperative woman. And when I drop that, I hope you're ready for it. What
Lawrence, I want
happens
to. Oh,
Yes,
my
sir.
bad. I was just gonna say I want to have you on my show, and I want to hear this doctor story live.
This doctor story?
I want to hear it on my show.
Look at that.
If you get the time, come on over.
Hit
I'll
me
call.
up.
I'll bring you in.
I hit you up on Instagram. So you can find me on
Okay.
Instagram, Lawrence D. Adams. You can find me here on YouTube, Lawrence D. Adams. And we can go in and we can talk about it. My Patreon is set up, but it's limited to only 49 people. That's right. Only 49 people will be able to get on. You must listen to the last drop I did on the important 5 to 6 things that you must understand as a man. Once you do that, and I know you went through that, then I'll graduate you to the Patreon.
Mm.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Hey, yo, Lawrence.
Yes,
one last
sir.
thing I want to ask Lawrence and Afi, man.
Yes, sir.
Y'all can tell the chat, man. Y'all seen my series on what's confidence and how to gain confidence. What were y'all thoughts on that series?
I thought it was the best work.
Wow.
Dude,
Wow.
I'm gonna tell you when I looked at it, because I do it while I'm cleaning or cooking or whatever the case may be.
Yes, sir.
And I said, wow, this guy, I'm looking at when you first start to where you at now, so I can see the growth. And that's what I look at. I look at if you ain't growing from the first drop to this last drop, there's something wrong. And so what I'm looking at is that you're now giving things that are meatier and of good substance. That if men were to digest that, actually, let me tell you what it. Now I'm getting to my other side. Now you need to write a book. Let me tap in now. Since you said that, you need to write a book. You need to take those videos, expound on them, and you need to write a book on that side of it right there. Because when you begin to write the book from what you said on those videos, it's going to open another door for you. That door is going to open for you where now that's going to open the door for you to open another book is going to come out of that. But you have to first make this first step and take that content and write a book. You also need to also start to pull your stuff together as far as with your information on travel. If you were to put that together, your information on travel and not so much condense it, but make it palatable for men, that's another avenue. That's another stream of income that's going to come to you because now you have Red Pill Chauvinist Guide to Travel,
Yes, sir.
My Adventures. Man,
Wow.
Man.
Hey, go ahead.
Let me let the flow is happening. Let me keep going. So you got the first book. The first book is you get that confidence book out. Now you get the Red Pill Chauvinist. That's going to open a book for the Red Pill Chauvinist travel piece that you get. Now you can tap in even now because now you can start bringing groups of men over to different areas that you're in. So now you have your own travel agency that you're building. I'm just talking, man. And then once you do that, it's going to pull you to a point where now you're going to question whether you're going to be on your job or you're not going to be on your job because now the income is no longer an issue. It's the decision whether how do I want to take this higher.
Wow. That's what's, I agree. I agree with everything you said, man. I appreciate everything you said, man. Absolutely. Hey, yo, off the scenes, man. Yo, I'm gonna have to get your number, man, because I gotta send you the link to my my day one travel vlog in Costa Rica, man. You're gonna see. It's funny you said what you said about the travel stuff. You're gonna see where I'm taking it now, man. You're gonna see the growth, man.
See, now you made me tap into my spiritual side, prophet, and all that jazz.
That's what I'm here for, man. That's how I live, man.
I try not to bring that side out on
Same here.
We're talking raw game, but
we just
gotta
real
come
men.
out.
That's
Part
all.
of the game, man.
What you say?
We just real men. That's all.
Yeah,
That's what it is. Exactly.
I had to bring that
100%.
side
Balanced
out.
men.
I just bring that
Yeah,
side.
so I
up.
appreciate that, man. So I close out on that, man. So you know what I'm saying? I appreciate that, man. Yo, fellas, everybody have a good night. Everybody in the chat. Peace to y'all. Everybody on the playback. Peace to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all your time and attention, man.
Yep. Take care,
All right,
guys.
peace.